Not gonna lie to you, I'm afraid. I'm afraid. I am fearful. I am um anxious. An anxious little bean. Okay, so I have avoided recording my reactions to the Catch 22 cards because, well, number one, I didn't want to put on makeup or really do anything at all other than rot in my bed. Anyways, but also, of course, if you don't pull the cards day one and watch them day one and get on Twitter, something's getting ruined for you. Something's getting spoiled. Most people are pretty good about it, and most things are fairly obvious that you're like, I need to scroll past this, and you're fine. So I didn't get like huge spoilers, but I got enough spoilers to be like, I'm irritated. I'm irritated already, and I haven't even watched them. So, what am I talking about? The fact that there's two endings. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Don't do that. Don't put it on me. I'm a fuck up. I will ruin it. I will do it accidentally and then be mad at myself all day. Don't do that. Please. So I'm scared. And I know the bad endings are like, I think it doesn't vary like how bad the bad endings are. Anyways, I'm nervous. But also, I'm not gonna be okay. I'm not gonna be okay. I'm going to freak out, okay? Because I got 3 cards, okay? I was perfectly happy with getting just Sylus. But I really wanted Raphael, okay? They're my top 2 boys, okay? And I had a little surprise when Zane came home, and Zane's card I legitimately feel is going to mess with me because that's not the Zane we know, and I think that's fun. I like alternate realities, alternate universes, because not only does it give us, the player, a little sneak peek into what could have been, but it lets the voice actors have fun and do something different, show their range and play it up, and I love that for them. Anyway, I'm afraid. So, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna dive in and not waste any more time, and I'm gonna do the one that scares me the most. We're gonna do Sylus first today. Normally I save Sylus for my last video that I do because he's my little pookie baby, and he makes me feel warm and fuzzy, and I like to save that for the end because then I feel good. No. Today we're doing Sylus first because I need to get this over with because I'm nervous. I don't like get this over with in like a bad way, you know what I mean? Heaven forbid. I literally just have it on the echo page because the music is chill and I didn't want to have you guys listen to this. Like, what do you mean? What? Oh, it's a basket. It's like, what is that in the corner? I was freaking out. Who came up with this? I have a couple things I want to talk about. So I want to talk to you first. Just 1 second. Okay, thank y'all. Alright, and yes, these are my funds for... Don't look at me like that, Zane. I'm not well. Yes, these are my funds for Raphael's birthday. I don't want to talk about it. Look at him. Look at him just sitting there regal. He's probably buying something illegal. I'm done. I'm sorry. I just remembered I have another thing to react to and I got excited. Okay. Also, I'm level 94. I'm excited. I'm getting married soon. Oh, woo. Okay. I'm so scared. Wait, listen. I'm nervous. Why am I nervous? If I get the bad ending, I get the bad ending first. Like, I don't... It's fine. Don't worry about it. I feel like it'll be obvious. I'm fine. Okay. We're fine. I need to understand what... Don't look at me like that. I'm gonna say that like 10 times in this video. 10 is a little bit low. I'm gonna freak out. That should just light off. So I can try to relax. Many years ago, a radioactive leak contaminated many citizens in Lincoln City. It transformed them into predators. I wish that it was another word. I feel weird about the word predator. Anyway, these individuals have an increased tendency for violence. As the predator population grew, the crime rate soared year after year. The lives of the innocent became as fleeting as autumn leaves. The city, filled with corrupt officials and intricate power struggles, became as fragile as an egg on the edge of a cliff over time. Many have pinned their hopes for salvation on the upcoming mayoral election. Among the candidates, a young contender had a major lead in the polls. They promised to deal with the predator crisis. However, this candidate only recently escaped an assassination attempt by Taurus, who's an SSS class predator. Hold on, listen, whoever this candidate is, you special, because you... What do you mean it wasn't successful? That doesn't seem like a Sylus thing to do. He did that on purpose.
It's been a little over a week since the arrest, and your department already sentenced 3 or 4 people.
Yes.
I heard about you. You handled a few predator-related cases over the years.
Yeah, I'm a badass.
But I'd be careful if I were you. Everyone knows the reputation of the guy who leads Night Strix.
I'm so glad they gave his, gang another name. I feel like it's fitting. Like, it needed something different. Night Strix is a gang that has risen to power in Lincoln's Southern District in recent years. They have connections to almost everything. And it's also I feel like Night Strix is a gang. Anna Kindness is a criminal organization, more mafia style, right? It's just my opinion. From weapons and intel to various contraband, even satellite hacking, Night Strix can provide anything so long as the price is right. The chatty guard finally comes to a stop in front of a cell. Our short walk has ended. Thank you, sir. I can take it from here. The guard sheepishly retreats a head deeper into the corridor. I'm gonna burp and be
Special access verified. Please enter.
Okay, thank y'all. I'm special. The mayoral election has various factions on edge. The Lincoln City Bureau of Investigation, or LCBI, is determined to capture Taurus. And I hope that's how you pronounce that, by the way. I'm so sorry if I'm doing it wrong and somebody in the comments is going to be like, I'm cringing, and prevent more incidents from occurring. Information about Taurus is very limited, but a credible source suggests the leader of Night Strix may have some leads. Wait. Wait, hold on. The universe names the leads. He's just like, it's me. It's like, I'd like to speak to the manager. Turns around. How can I help you? Fine. I'm done. Consequently, the LCBI managed to find a charge serious enough to justify incarcerating this gang leader. His movements are basically restricted. The deal is simple. He gets his freedom in exchange for information related to charges. That's awkward. That's cheating. He's like, so if I tell you who he is, you'll let me go. Yes, it's me. Okay, bye. But true to the guard's word, my colleagues left empty-handed. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been suddenly assigned to take over the case today. I wasn't even given the chance to review the file on the leader of Night Strix. So she doesn't even... That's awkward. Oh, that's awkward. That's being loud. Hello. Is he wearing glasses? He's humming. What is he humming? I love him so much. His cute little hums. Okay. The end of the corridor is the last cell. Inside is the leader of Night Strix. His back is turned to me, but he exudes a nonchalant air. Air? Yes. That voice sounds familiar.
Oh, the LCBI sent a new face.
Now, hold on. I really should have turned the graphics up because I hate how there's just this line of darkness because I don't have the highest graphics on. I just don't want my phone to explode. But real quick, should I do that? I'm gonna do it because I want to know, hold on, what happens if I do. Yes. The music that played when he turned around was so cinematic and like, I'm done. All right, we're gonna turn up the graphics, and if my phone starts to overheat, I'm turning it back down. So don't yell at me. Don't be angry. Where is it? Here? Settings. I'm dying. Quality. Mine is on smooth. Actually, it's on... Is it on smooth? Okay, hold on. So should I turn it on high? Wait. What is anti-alias? I don't even know what that means. We'll turn it on high. Continue. What are you doing? What? Why are you red? I'm scared. I don't like it. That makes me scared. It's on, so let's just go back and see if it works. Wait. Did he be looking more crisp? I think he'd be looking more crisp. I'll shut up. I'll shut up. Continue. Let's see if that helped. Does this help and take away that weird thing? Am I gonna be able to see my Pookie's face better? I'm gonna be upset if it doesn't. Look at that. So much better. My phone's gonna explode. Okay. Hello, Pookie. Sylus? Game lag B. Hittin'.
Long time no see.
I may have to turn it down because that's crazy. Wow. I stepped forward, unable to believe oh my god, he's so crisp. This is crazy. You turn up the graphics and you're like, I'm not looking at this on a potato? Wow. I take a step forward, unable to believe my eyes. His fate has been unknown for years, yet here he is in the flesh. You're the leader of Night Strix? Are you okay? Years ago, this person who had been a constant presence in my life vanished without a trace overnight. I can't believe we're seeing each other again like this. I'm shocked. As my heart races, a flood of questions rushes to the forefront of my mind. I thought you would...
This is how you greet your suspects, Miss Enforcer?
First of all, how dare you be wearing glasses like that? It's my weakness. This man in glasses is crazy. The word enforcer brings me back to reality. Aware that this isn't a place for reunions, I push the shock of meeting Sylus again to the back of my mind. I brace myself. I'm here on behalf of the LCBI. I hope you'll be willing to assist me with my work. Can you tell us anything about Taratus, the SSS class predator? Blue.
Having information and choosing to share it are two different things.
Alright. He glances at the badge on my chest.
Special Enforcer. You look good in that uniform.
Somebody send help. I have fallen and I can't get up. You cannot stop. Please stop that. Oh, thanks.
I thought you'd say you missed me after all this time. Or that you were worried about me, at least.
Yes. Yes. What did she say, by the way? Even behind bars, you have quite the commanding presence. Oh my god, look at her giving him compliments. Distant memories stir and I move closer to the iron bars that separate us. I whisper to him. Sylus, I really was worried about you. Sylus' index finger presses the bars of the cage. Slowly, he Slowly, he purposefully straightens my enforcer badge. Thank you.
Was it to the point where you'd clean out the safe?
Interesting. Ooh, I feel like there's tea. There's tea. I first met Sylus during a predator attack years ago. Back then, I wasn't an enforcer in the Northern District. I was just a kid struggling to survive on the streets in the Southern District. I wasn't alone. In this chaotic, dangerous area of the city, there were others like me. One day, we'd be fighting tooth and nail over a piece of bread from a trash can, and the next day, we could all die at the hands of the predators. Years ago.
Run! Get out of here! Somebody help!
We love when the violins start.
Kill! Kill them all!
It's crazy. Chill. Chaos erupted around me, the news of the predators intermingling with the screams of the crowd, the cacophony threatening to burst my eardrums. Blood trickled from the bite wound above my collarbone as I stumbled into an abandoned pharmacy on the deserted street. It hurts. That scared me. A burst of intense gunfire resounded in the distance. A few seconds passed before a tall figure with a gun entered the pharmacy. Hi. It's fine. The man grabbed a bottle of antiseptic from the shelf next to me, unscrewed the cap, and poured it over his wound. Stop. He hastily bandaged it and turned to leave. He didn't even glance at me throughout the entire process. In times like these, staying alive was considered a victory. No one had the luxury to worry about others. My vision blurred from the blood loss, but my survival instincts kicked in. With the last bit of strength, I grabbed his clothes.
Take me with you.
Sorry. Imagine. Take me with you.
Let go of me.
Okay. In the bed. You have a gunshot wound. You got that while being chased, right? If you leave me here, I might accidentally tell people your whereabouts. Oh, he's gonna kill you, bitch. Oh. Are you flirting? Be so real. I really hope other people have this reaction. I'm just like, oh my god, wow. Chilling. Before I can finish my sentence, I feel the cold barrel of a gun against my forehead.
It'd be easier to solve the problem like this, don't you think?
Yeah, probably, to be honest. If you take me with you, I promise I won't slow you down.
You little... when I find you, I'll skin you alive!
Who? Who are you talking to? They're here. As the cries of the predators resound once more, I touched the bite wound of my collarbone. He seemed to have noticed it as well.
Calm down. You won't become a predator.
He poured the camera shake. He poured what was left of the antiseptic onto my wound. Pain washed over me, but as I looked up to meet his cold gaze, I forced myself to hold back my tears.
If you want to come with me, dry those tears first.
Okay. Sylus was an assassin. He was as lethal as he is notorious. As he said, I didn't turn into a monster. I sometimes wondered if that was why Sylus saved me. He said my immunity would be a secret. No one else was discovered to be immune, and I didn't want to end up as someone's lab rat in their quest for a cure. The Last of Us. Sorry. I want to play that. I need to play it again. It's time for a rerun. After I recovered, Sylus handed me off, a homeless teen, to Wolf. Wolf was his contact. From that moment on, Sylus was a constant presence in my life. Sometimes he stopped by to do business, other times I delivered modified weapons to him on Wolf's behalf. I noticed that aside from his usual job, Sylus occasionally disappeared for a while. When he showed up again, he'd be injured. I couldn't help but wonder what kind of opponent was powerful enough to injure the most feared assassin in the Southern District. Years later, Sylus disappeared again. A few days earlier, Wolf left for a delivery. We quickly lost contact with each other. From the second floor, I peered through the gap in the curtains. I kept an eye on the watchers who showed up a couple of days ago. They lurked in the shadows, and their intentions weren't obvious. Night fell and a sudden downpour engulfed the city. Only flashes of lightning pierced the darkness. Sleep eluded me as I tossed and turned. A sense of foreboding encouraged me to reach for the revolver under my pillow. I borrowed it from Sylus without asking after I ran an errand for him. Someone's here. I quickly jumped inside the wardrobe. Even after all the intense situations I experienced over the years, my palms still felt clammy as I held the gun.
Sylus isn't here. Grab the girl. Use her to negotiate.
My God, I'm bait?
She can't be his family, can she? Ah! Ew!
Fools.
Bark. Anyway. So there's dead bodies here. Cool. The commotion outside quickly disappeared. A few seconds passed, and then the wardrobe door was yanked open. Hi! Sylus towered over me. His shadow stretched across the wall behind him like the legs of a spider. Please don't ever say that again. I don't want to think. Nope.
Get out.
I feel like we've been here before. I'm going to bed. It's you. I quietly let out a sigh of relief, lowering my gun. I thought Wolf's enemies wanted revenge.
They didn't find this place, but they did find Wolf.
Oh, then he's...
He won't be coming back.
I see. I can't say I'm too surprised. No one was guaranteed to see tomorrow, but even though I acknowledged this harsh reality, I felt a lump form in my throat. Sylus gently tugged at my hand that was still holding the gun. He pulled me out of the wardrobe.
Why didn't you shoot?
If I did, you'd be with Wolf right now. Not wanting him to see me as indecisive or a burden, I sniffled and changed the subject. Am I in charge of this place now? You'll still accept drops here, right? I was worried that Sylus might stop visiting this place since his old contact was gone. The strong cast aside the weak, don't they?
Do you want to be my contact?
Maybe. I don't want to do this again. I don't want to do it. Stop. There's not going to be a bullet in it, is there? Is there? We're that dumb. Okay. Suddenly he grabbed the gun and pressed it against his chest. Without hesitation, Sylus pressed my finger down, pulling the trigger. Blood rushed to my head and my temples throbbed, but it took me a few moments to realize the gun wasn't loaded. I love her for that. Are you insane? You're lucky that it didn't have any bullets. Yes, he is
You
insane.
think I got lucky?
God, he looks good. What do you mean? Silas slipped his finger through the trigger guard and handed me the gun. It was like he returned a toy. I hastily opened the cylinder. It was empty. How did you know?
It's the weight.
Why do you know everything? Silas produced a bullet from one of his pockets. I didn't know where he got it from. One of his pockets. Don't ask any more questions. He loaded it into the chamber in the blink of an eye.
If you don't want to end up like Wolf, never hesitate when you shoot.
This is gonna come back up later, isn't it? The gun in my hand felt heavier all of a sudden. Whether it was because of the bullet or something else, I wasn't sure. After midnight, another group of watchers closed in on us. Oh, that sounds nasty. When Silas emerged from Wolf's dilapidated house, the rain washed away the blood from his hands. Were they also your enemies? He opened the car door and glanced at me as I was in the back seat. He didn't answer my question.
I got a call a few days ago.
Okay.
They said someone had taken out a massive insurance policy with my name. And the beneficiary is...
Wait! Did we do that? Are we do... He rubbed the bridge of his nose.
Well, we have to move now thanks to you.
Oh. Cool. I ignored the sarcasm in his tone and focused on his word choice. He said we this time. We're not bright. We're not bright. Silas, please teach us. After that night, I became Silas's new contact. We continued to live on the edge for years. With what I learned from Sylus, I gradually became capable of handling missions beyond intel gathering. I could do them by myself. But the city sank deeper into chaos and corruption. I witnessed too many innocent people get hurt, and I felt powerless. Lunkan had truly become a city of sin. Sometimes I was jolted out of bed because I had nightmares about being attacked. Then I'd hear the wailing police sirens or the muffled pops of gunshots. That was when I'd go downstairs barefoot and enter the living room. Silas would usually be on the couch performing gun maintenance. I sat next to him and turned on the TV. Before I knew it, I drifted off to sleep. Just the sight of his silhouette was enough to lull me into a peaceful slumber. She felt safe. Over the years, countless enemies chased after us. Sylus and I moved many times. We hadn't finished unpacking at this new place, but neither Sylus nor I was in a rush. It had become the norm for us to move at a moment's notice.
Recently, there have been multiple disappearances in our city. The authorities would like to remind everyone to be careful around suspicious individuals when outside.
That's vague. Sylus was in front of the cabinet picking out his equipment for today's mission. You can catch a stray bullet just from sitting at home. You don't even need to go out.
Catch.
Okay. He tossed me a newly modified gun. Can you finish your mission early today?
What? Do you need me to attend a guardian teacher conference?
Shut up. I'm an adult, thank you very much. There will never be a guardian teacher conference. A new movie is premiering tonight. I want to see it.
Expired invitation.
Did he sneak off and go to the theater? If he needs to busy himself, he can always accept some low-paying jobs.
It's dark and quiet in the theater. Perfect for taking out a target. How convenient.
It's not why I want to go there. I rejected the low-paying job offer and set my phone down. The cost of tonight's movie tickets can be taken out of my cut for today, my treat.
You're very generous.
Just go to the movie with me, Sylus. He selected a few pieces of suitable gear and finished his preparations. He was about to head out. By the way, it's time for our 6-month income settlement. My share.
I'll deposit it for you, and I won't touch it.
Okay. Sylus, you do know a lot of parents say that to trick their kids, right? Are you calling? What? You just said
Didn't
you're
you
an adult.
say you were an adult earlier?
You're right, we did. So, Sylus, you're right. And here I thought you had trouble hearing things.
We
Girl.
urge all citizens to come forward with any information.
Annoyed, I turned down the TV's volume. You should get going, and you're not allowed to stand me up tonight. He's gonna stand her up. Otherwise, I'll find a way to use up all your retirement savings. Oh, whoopsies.
You're so ruthless.
I know, it's crazy. Anyways, Sylus turned to leave, and the lingering sound of his voice was more distant than the door closing.
See you at the theater.
Okay. I heard countless piercing sirens echoing from the other side of the city that night. I couldn't tell if it was my nightmare or Lincoln. Early the next morning, the news report about a massive explosion at an abandoned chemical plant in the suburbs from the previous night was being broadcast on every street corner. Sylus never came back either. Did he leave me, or maybe someone erased him from this city? When I could only speculate, wait, and search, those suspicious, dangerous figures appeared around me. I refused to sit back and do nothing. I moved to the Northern District and hid my identity to become an enforcer. With the resources this position provided, I might have a better shot at finding Sylus. But I soon realized the Northern District wasn't a paradise. People were more complex and corrupt here than where I grew up. Even as an enforcer, there was still so much I couldn't change, all because I lacked the strength. At some point, the idea of leaving the city began to take root in my mind. But just as it became more persistent, Sylus reappeared out of nowhere. And now we're back in the prison. Got it. Understood. Hi. My thoughts snap back to reality. Sylus is officially the prisoner I'm going to be interrogating. I clear my throat. That's crazy. And attempt to get the conversation back on track. Let's return to the matter at hand. The LCBI needs you to provide information about Taratus. The footsteps grow louder as they approach. It's the same guard from earlier. He's suddenly rushing towards us.
I just received orders from the warden. You're free to go, sir.
Okay, well, first of all, is the warden Zane? Because that's the lore that we're supposed to have. Is Zane just like, I see you, boo. Get on out. Excuse me?
We prepared all your personal belongings, sir. You can take them with you.
It quickly dawns on me that maybe this imprisonment is part of his elaborate plan.
Thank you for the pickup service, Miss Enforcer.
Oh my god, you little shit. Little shit. He looks so good. That's crazy. Behind us, the heavy iron gate of the prison slowly creaks shut. Standing here with Sylus and breathing in the city's not-so-fresh air, I'm hit with an uncanny sense of deja vu. It's as if we've been transported to the past. I receive a belated message from the LCBI. Sylus has been released without charges. Apparently, he pulled some strings via unknown connections. So was it intentional? Or was I lucky to be assigned as your interrogator?
The prison gate isn't exactly the ideal spot for this conversation.
Valid. His evasive attitude is enough of an answer. It's clear he had this planned out since the beginning and kept me in the dark. Fuming, I turn on my heel and march to the parking lot. With his long strides, Sylus easily keeps up with me.
Where are you going?
To pout. I failed my mission. Obviously, I'll be heading home. And I'm clearly not important enough for this. Whoa. Why don't you ask our bureau chief to escort you out of the prison? You inky kitten. Having entered the parking lot, I yank open the car door, and before I can even react, Sylus smoothly slides into the passenger seat, as if it's the most natural thing in the world. Why are you in my car?
It's been years. I thought we could catch up.
You stood me up. We had a movie date, and you didn't show up. Sure. Why don't I take a quick detour to the LCBI? We can catch up there instead.
Out of the frying pan and into the fire. You don't waste time, huh?
No, I don't. If we're talking about predators, the most dangerous one is sitting next to me. He turns his head to give me a sidelong glance. I tighten my grip on the steering wheel and slam my foot on the accelerator.
Do you care whether or not I'm alive?
Oh my god, stop. I'm gonna cry. I'll cry.
Come on. We're still on the same side.
Are we? To think that he's been quietly climbing the ranks to become a leader this whole time. Meanwhile, I thought he was dead. A knot of anger tightens in my chest. Really? I must have missed the part where you considered me one of your own.
Then let me rephrase that. You're my former ally. My ally not only cleaned out my safe, but also bought me a massive life insurance policy.
You know, as sus as that is, we know what kind of man you are, and I wouldn't be surprised. This might be responsible of us. But it's sus. It is sus. That was sus. You're the one who vanished without a word and left me wondering if you were even alive. I had to plan for my future somehow. But if you help me catch Taratus this time, I'm not greedy. Why don't we split it 50-50 like before? What do you think? It's like, we can't do that because that's not how this works. After a fleeting moment of silence, Silas's face relaxes. A familiar nonchalant smile reappears.
Well then, the protege has now outshone her master.
Is that a kink, Sylus? Is that one of your kinks? I'll take a note. Somebody take notes. The train rumbles past outside like an irritable monster, making my tiny apartment tremble in its wake. Steam billows from the bathroom as Sylus, looking fresh and clean, stands by the window. He glances outside briefly before turning his attention back to the room. I stand by the door and wait for him to break the silence.
The view here is pretty nice.
Yeah. Yeah. A vantage point at this height is excellent. You can see every movement outside. It's a defensive stronghold, easy to defend, hard to attack, and offers a quick escape route.
I see you've retained what I taught you.
Yeah.
But I meant to say that this place is on the outskirts of the Northern District. We're not far from the main bridge, so you can see the Southern District from here.
We can't see the place we used to live from this spot. I have a whirlwind of questions about the time Sylus was away. There's so much I needed to know. The music is so funny to me for some reason. What happened? Why didn't you come back?
Straight to the point. I thought you'd work your way there with some small talk first.
No, sir. Sylus turns and leans against the edge of the sink.
I was ambushed by Ever's lapdogs.
Ever? I didn't expect that, but it makes sense for some reason. It's surprising that anyone could successfully ambush Sylus, but if it's Ever, they could do it. This business conglomerate initially started out in biotech. Now they're an innovative group that has changed people's daily lives. Behind the scenes, Ever has been pulling the strings at City Hall for their hidden agenda. The current mayor is nothing more than their puppet. Over the years, I used my position to secretly gather a substantial amount of evidence against them. One of the crucial pieces proves that the contamination, which has been plaguing Lincoln for years, is Ever's doing. However, as Ever's spokesperson, the current mayor still has a high chance of being reelected. Unless I am certain the evidence can decisively bring down Ever, I won't reveal it so easily. But when did you get on their bad side? As soon as the words left my lips, fragments of a distant memory suddenly flashed through my mind. When we first met, Sylus was already being hunted.
You can say we're old friends.
I wouldn't call it friends. So the people who used to show up around us, they were Ever's agents this whole time.
But as time passed, they added another target to their list.
Me.
After years of searching, Ever finally identified a person who's immune to the predators.
Sylus wipes the condensation from the mirror, then reaches out to open my collar. A faint scar sits above my collarbone. Okay. And the one and only...
Ever has been relentlessly looking for you.
Cool. Love that.
And then they discover the pesky guy who's been hanging around you is their old nemesis.
Pesky. He called himself Pesky. The greatest profit comes when you control both the poison and the antidote. That's why Ever needs to eliminate Sylus first. That explosion at the abandoned chemical plant that shook the entire city, it was your doing, right?
Sometimes the best defense is a well-timed offense. The location happened to be Ever's most important biochemical laboratory in Lincoln.
That felt like such a... football term. The best defense is sometimes the best... I don't remember it. I should have known he wouldn't just sit back and tolerate it. Avenging every grievance is more his style. However, I learned they were conducting modification experiments there. Did Ever do something to you?
No.
Are you sure? Silas's expression remains unfazed, as the infamous explosion is barely worth mentioning. If you were alive this whole time, then why didn't you come to find me?
You couldn't even get a good night's sleep in the Southern District. Now you're with the LCBI. Isn't it better?
You're not me. How can you possibly know what's better for me? That is such a classic line. I'm so glad it exists in the Love and Deepspace universe right now. How can you possibly know what's best for me? I just my opinion. Imagine. If Sylus says it's my opinion, I'll lose it. Sylus remains non-committal. When I realize he knows everything about my life, down to the smallest detail, the resentment I held due to his absence disappears.
After that, I worked within Nightstrix. At times you can accomplish more in the shadows.
From what I gathered, creating and trafficking the predators is a small part of Ever's business. Apparently those SSS class predators are valuable assets and have control devices implanted in them. That's rude. Do you think Taratus was under their control when he attacked the candidate?
You're awfully concerned about that person.
Yeah.
Why are you so determined to catch him?
Those who don't cooperate with the LCBI shouldn't pry into an enforcer's work. I love when he does that little... His phone that's on the sink suddenly rings. Our conversation is cut short. You just got out of prison and you're already busy. Yeah.
An associate is sending their regards.
Oh? Sylus types a short reply before turning off his phone.
As the only person who's immune, you should worry about yourself first. Ever has never stopped looking for you.
Ew, I hate that. Thanks for the heads up. I already suspected certain individuals were watching me for years, though. I adjust my shirt collar to hide my scar. Don't worry, I won't let my guard down. And once I catch Taratus, I plan to leave Lincoln.
Then I wish you success.
Like, you're never gonna catch me. You staying. I'm keeping my eyes on you. Oh my god, she still has this cute little bedroom. Stop. As the election draws near, the number of predators in the city suddenly increases. Tension and violence permeate every corner of the city. The attacks become more frequent and intense. The LCBI is in complete disarray, and my throat. And since I'm unable to extract any information from Sylus for now, I have no choice but to seek intel from other sources. Today I received a message from an informant. A nightclub in the Southern District has information about Taratus. You risking it, baby. You risking it. Chaos is the most infamous nightclub in the Southern District. It can be summed up in 2 words: anything goes. The air is thick with various scents. Fluorescent lights dance across the crowd and paint surreal psychedelic hues on their faces. As soon as I set foot in chaos, countless eyes lock onto me. I make my way directly to a booth at the far end of the dance floor. There sits a bearded man who's flanked by several henchmen. God. Their bloodshot eyes and purposefully bared canines leave little room for doubt. They're predators.
So, you're interested in buying information?
Yeah, I am. He doesn't bother hiding his appraisal as he looks at me from head to toe.
Listen, girl. Didn't your informant warn you? Regular folks who waltz in here don't get to leave.
Her neck looks fragile. I can break it in one bite.
Bitch.
You've got a death wish.
Aren't you open for business? Does it really matter whose money you're taking? The hostile predator closes in on me. Eerie silence instantly falls over the dance floor. Clear, deliberate footsteps resound behind me. Predators who were about to surround me suddenly back away. It's as if they sensed an even greater danger. I swear to God, Sylus. You bitch. On the wall, I see the reflection of a tall, looming figure getting closer and closer.
Who are you?
Hi.
You're out and about at this hour? What kind of game is this?
I'm here to get intel.
And did you get it?
No. Not yet. My friends here aren't exactly welcoming.
Is that so?
Stop talking like that. I'm losing my mind. The air seems to freeze over. The overwhelming pressure emanating from Sylus is impossible to ignore. Like wild beasts submitting to a superior predator, the surrounding predators fall into a fearful silence. Sylus slightly tilts his chin to gesture to the revolver at the bearded man's waist.
Since you're not in the mood for business, why don't we play a game instead? I heard that revolver of yours made a few intel seekers retire.
Then, let's play roulette.
Cautiously shifting his gaze from Sylus, he draws his revolver.
6 chambers, 3 bullets. If you win, I'll tell you what I know.
Fun. I take the gun and shake it slightly. This gun's weight. As I recall that rainy night from many years ago, a familiar sensation creeps into my chest. I glance at Sylus. He makes a finger gun and gently taps his temple. Stop.
Bang!
I'm fine. All right, we'll play. I press the gun against my own temple. Oh! I'm gonna be so real, you can't do that. What do you mean there's quick time events? Stop! The 3 shots happen so quickly that everyone freezes for a moment before struggling to process what just occurred. I slam the gun down on the table. You can try the remaining 3 shots, or you can tell me where Taratus is.
I bet he doesn't have the guts to pull the trigger. 1 piece of intel for 3 lives. Now that's what I call a bargain.
You?
The bearded man grudgingly hands me an elegant card with an embedded chip.
If you have a death wish, go ahead and push your luck.
Okay. I got it. I never know where to tap on the screen, to be real. There's quick time events. I'm angry.
Satisfied?
Yes. Sylus wraps his arm around my shoulders and guides me to the exit. Oh my god.
Let's go. I'm taking you home.
Okay. Sorry. Everything's fine. The streetlights feebly flicker as the car enters a deserted alley. Sylus moves his foot off the accelerator.
I see you haven't forgotten what I taught you.
I've been meaning to ask, why were you there tonight?
I was checking on my business ventures.
With the number of predators increasing, isn't doing business in the Southern District troublesome?
My business involves all of Lincoln.
Outside, the buildings lining the street are dark. Outside, the buildings lining the street are dark and empty, as if they've been abandoned. Sylus, do you like the Southern District?
It's all right. A single bullet can buy you a lot of things here.
That's scary. I understand his meaning. Bullets buy lives, and lives are traded for money. What about the Northern District?
A playground of decadence isn't bad either.
You seem to fit in wherever you go.
Where I choose to be doesn't depend on these sorts of things.
Dark, thick clouds hang in the night sky. It's going to start raining soon. Oh, the piercing bird call, a black shape crashes into the windshield. Oh! Mephisto! Sylus and I go. I'm fine. Sylus and I get out of the car to investigate. We find a wounded crow. He picks up the burn and gives it a quick once-over.
It's not severely injured, but it won't be flying anytime soon.
Oh my god, we're gonna nurse it back to health. Let's bring it with us, Sylus.
Do I look like someone who rescues animals?
Yes. The odds of being assassinated by a bird are 0. Don't tell me you're scared. He gives me a look before unceremoniously putting the bird in the back seat.
Never mind. It's not like this is my first rescue.
Oh my god, we're like a rescue pet. He sees this as a rescue pet. That's great. With the crow's wound treated, this little interlude comes to an end. However, Sylus shows no sign of leaving. In my bedroom, I'm on my bed. I turn over the chip by one in my hands and scrutinize everything. If I can decode it, I'll figure out who Tartus is. The incessant pitter-patter of rain gets on my nerves, yet it's not long before exhaustion washes over me. My eyes close on the room.
I'll rip your throat out with my teeth!
It's that dream again. Only me and the predators are in it. In my dream, I'm caught in an endless cycle of shooting and running. Over there. I dash into a roadside pharmacy. Its windows and doors are shattered. But just when I think I'm safe, a chain wraps around my ankle. I stumble and fall. When I look up again, a predator's face transforms into
Want you to help me?
I don't like it here. Sylus. I wake up drenched in sweat, and my hand reaches under the pillow to feel for my revolver. Faint sounds drift in from outside my bedroom. Sylus is still here. She freaking out. Hi. The living room is shrouded in darkness. The lights are off. Barefoot, I walk over to his side and curl up on the sofa. I hug my knees to my chest.
I guess even enforcers have nightmares.
The more you see, the more you dream.
Is it because you realized one person's strength wasn't enough to save everyone?
You took me under your wing. If I had any grand ideas about saving the world, wouldn't you be the first to know about them? Silas's gaze falls on my face. A keen interest flickers in his eyes as the room becomes quiet.
So, you didn't become an enforcer to be a savior.
I joined the LCBI so I could gain access to more info and resources. That way I could find you.
That's it?
Why else would I join them? Little did I know that someone was keeping tabs on me the whole time. Those years of worrying were for nothing. Only then do I realize how tightly my nails dig into my palms, the palms of my hand. I unclench my fists.
Is the Northern District exactly how you imagined it'd be?
No. Even as an enforcer, I often feel like I don't belong here. Maybe that's why I chose to live on the outskirts of the Northern District.
Then do you feel like you belong in the Southern District?
Huh? I'm taken aback. Life in the Southern District was once fraught with danger, but with Sylus there, I never considered whether or not I belonged even once. This concept suddenly dawns on me, and not wanting him to notice my realization, I avert my gaze. I haven't really thought about it before.
Whenever you had nightmares back then, I assumed you went downstairs because you wanted to escape.
You're worried that I'd leave. So you always sat there because you were worried I might leave. Sylus doesn't answer me. Instead, he does what he always used to do. He sets aside the gun he was cleaning and turns on the TV with the remote. Despite learning about Taratus's whereabouts, I withhold this information from the LCBI. Relentless attacks from the Predators constantly plague Lincoln. The public's demand for order grows and eventually erupts into protests, demonstrations, and strikes. The most favored candidate and his campaign team are drafting legislation to address the turmoil in Lincoln. If this bill is implemented after he wins the election, it'll inevitably ruffle a lot of feathers. Meanwhile, the incompetent incumbent mayor's approval ratings remain inexplicably high. It's clear Everett is working behind the scenes for his campaign. The car comes to a stop in front of an imposing high-rise building. I fish out the card and reassure myself that I arrived at the correct location. An unnatural quietness blankets the area. It's accompanied by the dim glow of a few streetlights in the distance. Looking up, I see the building loom before me. It's completely devoid of light and silently stands like a beast prowling in the darkness. Guided by the instructions on the chip, I locate a hidden elevator. Interesting. As the elevator door slides open before me, a man wearing a baseball cap hastily walks out. Caught off guard by his presence, I freeze and almost bump into him.
Sorry.
Who is you? I nod at him and step away from the elevator. It's okay.
Thank you.
Who are you? As he passes by, the man tugs his cap lower. In that fleeting moment, I catch only a glimpse of his partial profile. He looks familiar. Just before the elevator doors close, I notice a black sedan pulling up in front of the man. The numbers on the LCD screen quickly increase. My imminent meeting with Taratus compels me to push aside my lingering questions. That's sus. I'm fine. Sorry. The elevator doors open at the top floor, and when I step out, I'm greeted by a single imposing closed door. It's adorned with an intricate design of a golden owl with its wings spread. This is Night Strix. After following these winding paths, I'm about to enter the heart of it all. I touch the handle and the door opens with a soft click. Oh! I don't like it. I don't like it here. I don't want to be here. I regret many things. The room is shrouded in darkness. The glow of a tablet on the table provides some lighting. It's a solitary beacon in what feels like an endless void. The plush carpet swallows the sound of my footsteps as my eyes adjust. The contours of a luxurious suite appear. I move toward the computer, and the screen reveals a list of campaign contributions. Each number is a staggering sum. For the recipient, it's none other than the front runner in the mayoral collect. That man downstairs was him. Wait. The mayor candidate? I swipe through the screen as a picture starts to form with the info I've gathered. The identity of the candidate's benefactor is obvious. I hear a sound behind me. In one swift motion, I draw my gun and turn around. My gun is pointed at the darkness, but the person quickly grips my wrist and forces me to drop the weapon. Without missing a beat, I try to punch him and fail. My attacker can read me like an open book. A chilling realization hits me. He taught me everything I knew. He twists my arm behind my back and presses his body against mine to pin me down. Hello? The cold metal bars bite into my cheek. Pain shoots through my face. Let me go, Sylus.
You said someone else's name a few minutes ago.
Because I figured it out. Taratus and the leader of Night Strix, who's supporting that candidate, are both you. Is there even a difference? Sylus loosens his grip. I turn around to face him. Why would you disguise yourself as a predator to attack the candidate you're supporting?
Take a guess.
What? I fall silent for a moment. Not me being like... Ever since Silence and I reunited, I've been quietly piecing together what he's been up to during his absence. Silence's motives aren't that hard to figure out, but once I connect his actions and identities, are purposefully provoking public outrage. If people find out their beloved candidate was attacked by a monster created by Ever, then Ever and the current mayor would lose power. Your candidate will be able to take office. The past dealings with Night Strix and Ever must have given Sylus access to a treasure trove of incriminating evidence against them. A few days ago, someone said I became an enforcer to save Lincoln. Now the big bad wolf wants to be the silent savior of all of our corrupt metropolis.
I'm not interested in things like that.
Really? What are you interested in?
I'm just giving Ever a taste of their own medicine.
Deal. I like it. This is typical of Sylus. The turn of events I've experienced might not be too bad. Sylus rubs his temple and pretends to be concerned.
To think my protege had lofty ambitions. When you forge alliances, you sometimes need to make compromises.
What happens when your interests no longer align with your allies?
That's never been a problem.
Because who would go against him? Fair.
After all, there are always more solutions than problems. Yet you're visiting an SSS-class predator all by yourself. You're quite the daredevil.
You know I'm immune.
Yes, but you can still bleed and die.
The back of his hand brushes against my neck.
All it would take is one bite right here.
Okay, don't stop that. Oh, woo. I step back and a beam of light pierces through the darkness of the room. It illuminates us from behind, and I turn around and realize he pinned me against an enormous metal birdcage. Inside it are large chains, empty syringes, and muzzles lay scattered on the floor. When I piece together their purpose, a whirlwind of emotions sweep through me. When did you become Tortoise?
On the night our movie date fell through. I destroyed that laboratory, but I had to pay a price.
I hate it here. Conversation takes a somber turn, yet his tone remains noticeably nonchalant.
It's not too difficult to get suppressants on the black market, but I'd rather not give my roommate a front row seat to my nightly horror show.
Oh my god. I hate it here. I want to go home. In that moment, the resentment I had, the pain of knowing he was alive, but he chose not to see me, dissipates. Back when I was with the LCBI, I encountered predators who were using suppressants. The more they used them, the more likely their bodies developed resistance. The suppressants became less effective over time, which led to more frequent frenzies. Sylus grips my shoulders and guides me closer to the enormous birdcage.
It serves as a protective measure, in a sense.
Why are you showing me this? Are you implying you want me to lock you up if you go into a frenzy? I try to keep my tone lighthearted, but deep down I'm afraid he might actually want me to do it.
What will you do after that?
I don't know. I am MC. As soon as I can think of what to do with you in the birdcage, I'll act on it immediately. I might be imagining things, but Silas's tone seems to carry a hint of anticipation.
All right, then.
Oh? He suddenly spit. Pardon? He suddenly spins me around and pins me against the iron bars of the birdcage.
So, do you want to see what I'm actually like when I lose my mind?
No! Why would I want that? Why would I want that? No, wait. Why are we doing this? Why are you doing this? What's going on? He did this voluntarily? Bitch! His breath caresses my ears. He nuzzles and snips my neck like a wild beast. My throat. You're joking. You're joking, right? You're joking. MC is discovering things about herself right now. Right now. My throat is exposed to his teeth, and an unusual tingling sensation wells up from deep within me. Bitch, you turn on. She's... what is going on? What is happening? Why? This strange feeling, tinged with fear, spreads throughout my body and transforms into an unfamiliar excitement. I don't know why this is happening. Hi. I'm... We haven't even gotten to the animated part yet. Like the movie, not the movie. His slightly sharp canines graze my neck and leave painful pinpricks. I tilt my neck away, but Sylus immediately grips my throat.
See, avoiding danger is part of your survival instinct. It's just like how you want to leave Lincoln.
Oh. What if I wanted to leave Lincoln because I thought you weren't here?
Well, I'm here right now, aren't I?
I'm...
Tartarus and Sylus are in your hands.
I gotta go. I need to leave. No.
Will you arrest me, Miss Enforcer?
I'm sorry. Let's just take a quick moment before we proceed. His voice actor is ridiculous. I've said this many times and everybody agrees. But like, The rumbling, the like very subtle like rumble. Yas. Woo. Sylus releases me, but I reach up to wrap my arm around his neck. My finger touches his lips. What's going on? Gently brush the pad of my thumb against his canine teeth and shake my head. No. Some thoughts linger in our hearts for years without being resolved, yet a decision can sometimes be made in an instant. With Sylus by my side, some things aren't out of reach. This card is so long. This card is so long. Oh my god, it's a movie. After years of gathering evidence against Ever, it finally finds its purpose. I organize everything and send it to the office of that mayoral candidate. Soon after, Taratus reappeared on the street at a street rally. While trying to save someone, he attacked me, and I was hospitalized after. Undoubtedly, the news headline, "Brave Enforcer Saves Innocent Civilian from Triple S Cost Predator," will be on the front page. On the day I was admitted to the hospital, my identity as an immune individual was also exposed. The media soon created a new headline, "Only immune individual in the world donates blood for cure research." Yeah. Noise. I just changed out of my hospital gown when I heard the door open behind me. Why are you here?
To visit the wounded, of course.
You didn't even bring flowers. That wasn't very thoughtful of you.
I brought this.
What did you bring? He pulls out 2 movies. They're for a late night showing at a drive-in theater. The Last Duo. I couldn't help but give a weary smile. Seriously, you chose this one?
If I'm not mistaken, you haven't been to a movie theater in a while. And it's the only movie playing right now, just so you know.
Okay. It just reminded me of expired invitation.
Let's not let that title become our reality again.
Okay. Sylus watches as I meticulously tuck the movie tickets into my pocket.
Ever is about to make their move. Are you ready?
I guess. Yeah. Since I proposed this plan to escalate things, I've been ready. My plan was for Sylus to attack me under the guise of Taratus. Then I reveal my identity as an immune individual in front of everyone. Ever would never let someone like me donate blood. So they either acquire my blood or destroy it completely. Now, if we get the headlines to be something about Ever planning to kill an immune individual capable of resolving the chaos in Lincoln City... Wait, what?
They're right on schedule.
Okay, cool. A cacophony of sounds reverberates through the hospital. Enveloped in thick smoke, people frantically flee for their lives. Outside, pandemonium erupts. We'll lead them to the rooftop. The wind on the hospital rooftop howls, yet it fails to mask the chorus of agonized screams below. But these weren't the cries of the predators. The attackers were Ever's assassins. Their objective and target are obvious. They're here for me, who's immune.
Pathetic.
Bark. Years may have passed, but Sylus and I still move in perfect sync. As the piercing wail of police sirens grows closer, we defeat the last assassin. Used cartridges clang to the ground as I put away my weapon. The police will clean up this mess. Sylus, we're clear. Let's move. Metallic tang of blood hangs heavy in the air. Sylus looks up and wipes away a streak of red on his cheek and with the back of his hand. His eyes shine with a dangerous light. Ooh, girl.
Even though we can't kill you or him, both of you can rot in hell.
Okay, well, fuck you. I should have shot you in the head. With his last breath filled with hate, the assassin violently crushes a small glass vial with his clenched fist. A faint, peculiar fragrance mixes with the metallic scent of his blood and wafts towards me. The scent is too familiar. The LCBI has seized numerous vials like this during their raids on illegal business deals. But among the predators, it had a chilling, straightforward name, the Frenzy Enhancer. Oh no. Oh dear. I rush Sylus back to the HQ of Night Strikes as fast as possible. Deep within the room, a reinforced cage is ready. Silent, it waits to fulfill its role to contain the beast that's about to be released. I don't want to be here. I don't want to do it. Please stop growling. That's crazy. Sylus's increase in body temperature and ragged breathing indicate he's about to go into a frenzy. Girl, he had bills to pay. He had bills to pay. Gotta restrain him now. I'm scared. Oh god. Did I mess up? Not me realizing there's quick time events and I'm scared. Oh, okay, alright, okay. Sylus's thrashing becomes so violent that I can only put the muzzle on him and chain one of his legs. Then I have no choice but to scramble out of the cage. That's craziness. And I appreciate the dedication, my guy. I'm scared. Here we go.
Won't you help me?
I think I started crying. Open the cage? Are you dumb? I'm gonna get the bad ending just because I'm stupid. I'm scared. Pick up. Okay, I've gotta lock it in. I'm going to just watch you turn into a monster. Oh. Hi. I'm scared. What about... Oh! Great. Fantastic. I love that for me. I did that. I hit it.
That look in your eyes riles me up.
I need to not do this. I hit it. I did it. I'm fine. I'm alright.
Why resist me now? You made your choice when you stepped inside.
Where's the button? I'm fine. I'm alright. Everything's fine.
I need you. Just like I did
I'm
back
panicking.
then.
Panicking? Is there another one? No, there's not. Okay. Am I okay? Or did I fail? Am I dead? I don't know.
You scared?
Panicking! I'm panicking is what I am.
Your idea of help is heartwarming.
He's so pretty. When you approach your prey, you must ensure I can't read that fast.
Pray?
I have to do the thing. Jack to examine his body. Oh my god. Ha ha ha. Hee hee. That's crazy. Okay, am I supposed to be doing anything? Oh. Oh, hello. What do you mean activator?
Initiating full body scan of the target.
What am I doing? Do I have to do something? What? Back into the zip. What? Tap. What? What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna literally die because I don't know what I'm doing. What am I back? What am I
I
doing?
know what you'll do next.
I literally don't actually know what I'm doing. What? I can't move. I don't know what I'm doing, dude. This is how I die. How do I move him? How do I move him? I'm angry now. How? Tap or swipe?
I'm putty in your hands.
Back. I'm dead. This is not gonna work because I don't know how to do this. Well, I'm just giving up. I don't care because I don't know what to do. What do I do? Why isn't it working? Well, I'm dead. What's up? I knew I'd get the bad ending first. I'm gonna have to actually figure this out. Because I don't know what's going on. Was that supposed to happen? I don't even know. Wait, what's happening?
How did it feel to watch me from outside the cage?
I'm gonna lose it. Oh? She's on. Oh? Oh! Hit it. Hello. Are you alright? You okay?
If I really turned into a monster, what would you have done?
I don't know, cry? Oh.
Impossible.
Oh my god. Hello? Like, oh my god, hello? I panicked. I don't understand how I'm supposed to be back in the safe zone. Was I just not able to do that? Did I just not know how to do that little mini game, or am I dumb? My game crashed. My game crashed. That's so rude. I literally threw my phone, by the way. I threw my phone down on my desk because I was like, I guess I'll die. Because I didn't know what I was doing. I was like, how am I supposed to do this? Tap or scroll? But I was like, wait, was I supposed to go up and down? I tried that. Am I dumb? I might just be dumb, guys. I might just be a little stupid. Just stupid girl. I don't want the bad ending. I'm scared. Let me see if there was more to it, or if that was the end of the card and my game just crashed because it was like, bitch, shut up. We'll find out. It was funny that my game crashed, not gonna lie. I may have to turn down the graphics for my next card though. Hi, Pookie.
Building blocks are fun, but destroying buildings is even better.
Are you okay? You can't do that. It's not done. I swear to God, if I have to redo something, I'll cry. Wait. Was that it? I probably should have checked. Is there more after this, or was it done? Is the 81% the bad ending? I don't know. I feel like there should be more after those. Not just him on top of us in the cage. Like, I don't think it's a bad thing, but like, was there, everything was good, right? Everything was fine. Were we supposed to fail that mini game? I like how I'm constantly asking questions and nobody's here to answer them. I apologize. If my game crashes again, I'll laugh. Like, you're not allowed to watch this anymore. Okay. Come on. Was that it?
How did it feel to watch me
Oh no.
from outside the cage?
Hold on, no, actually, hold on. Wait just a single solitary moment, my love. Is this... I need to check. Because I might just be silly. Oh, I didn't get the good ending yet. Oh. I have to do it again. I'm gonna be so real. Did we just like his eye? The fuck? Ever when I catch you. Whoa. Is my phone about to blow up? Is my phone about to blow up? Hope not. The panic is real. I was right there. I should have just continued. It's fine. This video is so long. I haven't even done the bad ending yet. Is it if you fail?
How did it feel to watch me from outside the cage?
You can't growl like that. I'm having a mental breakdown. I'm having a mental breakdown. I have to hit it. Oh, I did it. Everything's fine. What if you failed hitting that? Oh.
If I really turned into a monster, what would you have done?
He's so pretty. Look at him. I'd lock you in his cage and walk away.
Impossible.
There's more. If the game crashes, I'm gonna lose it. Okay, here we go. Perfect. Hey, yo. News spread throughout the city of the mayor's collusion with Ever. For the sake of winning the election, assassins were hired to kill the immune individual. The massive public outcry caused by this incident allowed that baseball cap candidate to be elected with a majority. Subsequently, the disclosure of a large amount of compelling evidence from anonymous sources, Ever's crimes were exposed to the public. At last, the ones who lurked in the dark to manipulate Lincoln were brought to justice. The new city council introduced legislation for the treatment and management of predators. With the development of a solution underway, this legislation would be an achievable goal in the near future. With its deep-rooted problems resolved, Lincoln will change for the better. Oh my god, he looks so good. They're at the movie. In the vast expanse of the drive-in theater, only Sylus' car is present. Ugh. The sweet aroma of popcorn fills the confined space of the car as Tila glances at Sylus. I'm smiling so big right now.
You've been peeping at me for the entire evening.
Huh?
Not interested in the movie?
You're a more interesting movie, I'm sorry. It's not that. I was thinking about how Lincoln is celebrating the new mayor taking office today. Are we the only ones who decided to watch a movie tonight? I turn my head toward the screen and reach out for some more popcorn. For some popcorn with our fingertips touch. Oh my god! Before they quickly move away, I notice how Sylus is looking at me out of the corner of my eye. Why are you... It looks like you're not paying attention to the movie either. Listen. Be cheesy. Be cheesy. Make out at the drive-in. That's the point. You go to the drive-in. He turns his body to the side. One hand rests on the steering wheel as he faces me, and his gaze doesn't falter.
I wonder if you ever noticed. Whenever you wanted me to do something, even as a little squirt,
Don't
you
dare.
always beat around the bush first.
Shut up. Clear my throat and pull out a long jet black feather. It's not much. I just prepared a small gift. Sylus twirls the feather between his fingers. He carefully examines it from every angle.
Did the bird we saved give it to you?
Yeah, Mephisto said he'd go.
It's fond of you, I guess.
But I think it'd be better if I gave the feather to you. After all, someone saved me before.
Do you know what it means when a bird gives you a feather?
I flash a mischievous grin at him. Do you?
I know exactly what it means, which is why I'm accepting this.
I gotta go away. I'm leaving. That poor bird was like, I fell in love with a human. And then she's like, no, Sylus. As if on cue, the movie's credit music begins to play. We turn our attention to the screen. With reckless abandon, the main characters floor it and speed off on an endless highway. My god, will Bonnie and Clyde. I don't want to do the bad ending. There's a part of me that actually just doesn't want to do the bad ending. Like, what if we just don't? Like, what if we just don't? What if we just didn't? What if we don't? Like, what if we just don't? We're going to, but I'm gonna be depressed. Alright, the canon ending is the good ending, alright? They go to a movie, she gives him a feather. They make out after. I have made that decision. I'm scared. So you just fail all 3 insanities? If you get 1, you're still good, but if you have to lose all 3, because I lost the first one because I was stupid. What happens if you lose like 2? But you lose all 3, you obviously, like, that's it. But what if it's just 2? I'm not testing the theory. I don't want to test the theory. I don't want to test that theory, okay? We're gonna fail all 3 of them and see what happens. And then I'm gonna shut off the game and cry. Anyways. I also really hope that I can figure out how to do that little spinny thing. Because I didn't get to do anything. I didn't get to. I don't want to see the bad ending. Like, I literally want to ignore it and pretend it doesn't exist. We're gonna do it. No touchies. I've been bitten once.
Take a guess who this cage was really built for.
Stop with the fuck, man. I'm scared. We're just giving up. We're like,
Take a guess who this cage was really built for.
I wish they had done different lines. Oh, he licks his lips every time. That's crazy. I know. to be here. Stop. I don't like it here. I want to go home. I want to go home. Oh. Darkness has a way of freezing time. When I finally came to my senses, I didn't know how long I was out. The metallic scent of blood fills my nostrils. Several parts of my body are throbbing in pain. I touch them only to find my hand coated in something sticky. I'm still alive. The will to live is overwhelming, powerful enough to conquer everything else. As my vision slowly returns, I become aware of heavy breathing nearby. I can see a figure in the corner of the birdcage. The person who saved me years ago has been transformed into an artificial monster. Sylus. A pair of hands once again clamped tightly around my throat in response. Let go of me, Sylus. The air in my lungs is rapidly vanishing. His eyes, a few centimeters from mine, no longer carry a shred of the person I once knew. My fingers suddenly brush against something cold and hard, my revolver. It's been my faithful companion for many years. Its presence is a reminder that I still have one final option. After I lock the cage, I stagger to the rooftop. I see the overcast sky, thunder rumbles within dark clouds. All seems so heavy I can't scream, let alone breathe. A howling wind blows a tattered newspaper to my feet. The headline announces the assassination of a mayoral candidate. My throat burns with a searing pain. I'm reminded of that stormy night.
Never hesitate when you shoot.
Birds fall from the sky and their cries pierce the air as the city lies in ruins. This place will never see another dawn. What? I don't want to be here. I figured out what I was supposed to do in that section. I'm just supposed to give him a back rub. That's it. And then we get the spicy. I was wondering where that was, so we gonna do it again.
Your idea of help is heartwarming.
I'm fine. He's just beautiful. Anyways.
Pray.
Okay, I understand the objective now. You spin him around. This is where we have to be. That's why they put that tattoo there. He's like, what are you doing?
Initiating full body scan of the target.
Now I understand the objective. Okay. Let's his rubber back. He's so sensitive. Wow. And we're successful. 2 suspicious areas. Investigate. Anyways, sorry. My bad. My bad. My bad. This is crazy.
Don't press it. That feels good.
I'm fine. I'm alright. I'm alright. and then found it, and then here we are.
How did it feel to watch me
Just casually.
from outside the cage?
If you bite me, I'm gonna die. Anyways, there you go. I figured it out. I regret my decisions. I almost started crying, and then I was like, no, remember, you just said that is not the canon ending, so shut up. I need to figure out the little spinny game because I can't figure it out. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna play with it until I figure it out before I play the other 2 cards that I have, because I don't want to be stupid with them too. But I'm depressed. It hurts a lot to know that he willingly underwent becoming a predator to get information and to blow up the facility because we were being targeted. I like that. I don't like that. No. I don't. I like that he was being protective. He was being stupid, but he was being protective. I just have emotions. Just have emotions. I don't want to be here. This is a long ass video. Thank you for watching. The next Sylus card that I get is gonna be his birthday card, and I'm telling you now, it better be sweet and cute and lovely. That's all I'm gonna say.